Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. I love reborn dolls and all sorts of baby dolls. I love them all, and I haven't been on for a little while. As some of you know, now that I'm a grandma, I stay very, very busy. My husband and I have rented a little apartment, although we still own our house, and we pretty much spend four days taking care of our little grandson that was born September 28th, 2023. And I'm thoroughly enjoying being a grandma, and so is my husband being a grandpa. And it kind of brings back memories of when I was a young mom with our children, and I'm having to learn a lot of things, from changing diapers to feeding to keeping him happy and entertained. And he always has a little smile on his face when he comes over in the morning. His little eyes are just like looking at us like, who are you? He's kind of checking us out, and then he realizes where he is. And so we are thoroughly enjoying our grandson. And so here I am today. I have two of my babies. I love the reborn hobby, and these lifelike dolls, they bring me a lot of joy. And I started collecting them in 2016. So it's been a while. And so I thought today I'd bring on these two little girls, and then I was going to do a little tag, since spring is coming, and I thought, well, it's it's a good time to remember, do a tag. So, and I hope some of you are able to do it too. And I've got my questions back here, but first of all, I love this pillow. It looks very spring-like. I know we still have like 3 weeks to go, but I love spring and summer. But I love the flowers with the peach colors and the yellows and the teals. It's a very bright color pillow. And so I'm joined by little Charlotte here. And I've had this little girl a long time. And she's wearing a very cute little sleeper that says, cutest little girl. Look at that little baby. She's just so sweet and precious. And I reborned this little doll. She's a Bountiful Baby kit, and if I can recall the kit, I would let you know. But anyway, she came from Bountiful Baby, and I just love her sweet little expression. And eyebrows are always tricky to do on dollies, on babies, but I've seen artists that paint them in all different ways, so that's what makes this hobby so special. And I did her hair, kind of a little wispy colors. She's got more of a reddish, maybe blondish brown color. And her little ears turned out just so perfect. I love her little ears. And I named this little girl Charlotte. I love that name. And I love her hands, how they're open. I love the way, how expressive her little hands are. And she must be like 17 inches long. So yeah, she was one of the first ones I painted, and I use air dry paints. But I'm not afraid to try new things, and so I'm glad I ventured in this hobby and tried painting a few dolls. And and then I've got, guess what? I've got a little lamb here. And this little lamb came from Auntie Claudia in Montreal, and it's a Precious Moments little lamb. She gave it to me when our grandson was born. I thought it was so sweet, and the song is Jesus Loves Me. Jesus loves me, the Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. Look at how beautiful I love how soft the fur is. It's kind of like very, it almost feels like cotton. And thank you, Auntie Claudia. I love this little lamb. And it's a good reminder of why God is so important in our lives. And so I'll put little lamb over here. I'll name her Little Lamb. I think she's just so sweet. And I'll put her right next to Rosalie here. And I'll show you this little girl. This dolly was gifted to me by somebody in the community, a sweet friend in the community, and I thank her so much. The generosity is just amazing. But I love this little girl, and she's the Rosalie sculpt by Olga Auer, and I've got the details here. She came from the Pocket Full of Posies Reborn Nursery. Pocket Full of Posies on reborns.com, and she weighs 5 pounds 3 ounces, and she was born in 2022. So and isn't she beautiful? I love that sculpt, her little mouth, and she even has a little scratch on her cheek. See, there it is. And I thought she looked so sweet in this little sweater. It's kind of a pink sweater with little bunnies for that remind me of spring. And then she's got a little sleeper. It's kind of a peach color sleeper, and it's got butterflies and flowers, and I love that color. I think it looks so sweet on her. And look at her little hands. Are just beautiful. She's got like one closed hand and another, both hands are closed, and their little fingers are kind of sticking out. I just love that. I love her little face. She looks like she's just about ready to wake up, and her artist did a beautiful job. Her name is Jackie is the artist's name, and look at that beautiful hair. She did a gorgeous job with the hair. That's what makes this hobby so special, is that every artist does painting in different ways, different styles, and that's what makes it so unique, what makes this hobby so unique. So I'm going to put little Rosalie here. Yeah, I'll name her Rosalie Ann. That her middle name is Ann. So, and I was going to go over my questions for the tag. I came up with some really good questions. Oh, by the way, this is a certificate of authenticity, Rosalie by Olga Auer, and it says, "I wish you pleasure and a wonderful time with Rosalie. Best regards, Olga Auer." So there's a little picture of the baby. Isn't that a beautiful little certificate? And it's kind of a light pink, and then it's got her picture right there. It's so cute. Look at that. So he could be a little boy or a little girl, but I think I love her as a little girl. I think she looks like a little girl, don't you? You're just so precious. Well, maybe I'll leave her little hat off. I crocheted this little hat, and I thought it looked cute with her pink sweater. But anyway, I wanted to go through the questions, and if you want to join me and do the tag questions, that'd be wonderful, or you can jot them down below in the comments. So let's see, my first question, this is a getting to know me tag. What is my favorite season? And I would have to say summertime, because after a long winter, I am ready for nice warm weather. I love to see the green grass and the beautiful trees, and all the flowers are blooming. And I especially like going on picnics. Sometimes my husband and I will take a little basket of food and go to a park and, come up with a good idea for a picnic and sit at a picnic table by a lake. And I love doing that. And it's nice to be able to wear shorts and sandals and t-shirts and And another thing is I love to hear the kids splashing. We have a public pool pretty close to our house, and it's always fun to see the little kids, hear the excitement of them splashing in the water, enjoying the swimming pool, and you see little kids riding their bikes, and so yeah, that's why I like summertime. What's my favorite part of my reborn hobby? Favorite part of my reborn hobby? Well, actually, these dollies, these lifelike dolls, remind me of when our children were infants. We have a boy and a girl, and it kind of takes me back to those years when they were just born, or they were like 3 months and 4 months and 5 months, but the nice thing about this hobby is that these babies don't cry or anything. You just have fun with them. You change their clothes. They never outgrow their clothes. And yeah, I love picking out cute clothes for these dollies. I go to some thrift stores, or once in a while I do buy new baby clothes. You know, I like to look at the clearance racks and find some cute little clothes for all these. And I do have some boys and some girls, so it adds a lot of variety. This hobby adds a lot of variety. So what's my favorite ice cream sundae? I would have to say a turtle sundae. I love the combination of vanilla, chocolate, caramel, and pecans all together. And oh, that, especially if the hot fudge is hot or warm, I love that. And I just like the flavor of vanilla ice cream. I don't know, just plain vanilla ice cream with these toppings. I just love it. So I would have to say that's my favorite ice cream sundae. What's my favorite movie? Well, let's see. My favorite movie is The Sound of Music. I don't know if any of you are familiar with The Sound of Music with Julie Andrews, but every time I turn on that movie, I just love the music. I love the singing, the children singing. I love the fact that Julie was like a nanny to the children, and then she, of course, ended up, I think, getting married later in the movie. So I just love it. It's such a cheerful movie. And you know, when I was a little girl, I had thought of being a nun at one point. And so I like to see the nuns singing in the chapel, and yeah, just everything about it. I love the actors. So yeah, The Sound of Music. So that's my favorite movie. My favorite childhood memory. I had to really think about this one, didn't I? Little Lammy's watching. Here's a little Lammy, and he's saying, what's your favorite childhood memory? My favorite childhood memory was when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and my grandma was visiting us down in South America, and I had always wanted a real baby stroller. And I think my mom went to Sears, my mom and dad went to Sears and found a stroller that had been kind of either wrecked while it was being shipped or something. Something had torn on it or something, and my grandma happened to be there. She was coming a week later, and she said, well, I'll fix it so it'll be just perfect. And so she made the stroller look like new. I still remember that. And I had always wanted a real stroller, real baby stroller for my dollies, because I love to dress my dolls in real baby clothes, and they had to have the real, even real furniture, or you know, I figured the stroller really brought out the realism of my dollies. So, and if we had reborns back then, I would have just gone crazy, I think. But so that was my favorite childhood memory. And finally, what's my favorite holiday? And I would have to say Thanksgiving. I have a lot of memories of my grandma and being with my grandpa and grandma here in the States. And getting up in the morning, and my grandma would have the turkey in the oven early on, and her dressing was just wonderful with the dressing, the dressing and the mashed potatoes and gravy and the pumpkin pie. And I don't know, Thanksgiving just, there's always been a warmth about it. Like, the weather's getting cold and you can just smell all the yummy things, the sweet potatoes. And so yeah, Thanksgiving would have to be my favorite holiday. And every Thanksgiving, I just have those happy thoughts of memories that I had when I was a little girl. So I hope you all can, it'd be great if you join me on in this tag, and you can either give the answers down below, or if you have a YouTube channel, just go ahead and do the tag. And I hope you're all enjoying your sweet dollies. And I love this hobby, I really do. And I hope our community will continue to love this hobby and the dolls, because they're truly amazing. So, and I want to send love and hugs to all of you. And thank you for joining me. And have a wonderful week. And remember to enjoy each day. So, and love and hugs from little Rosalie and Charlotte. Of course, they're sound asleep. Bye-bye.